Peace. Quick, think fast. Just a quick one. Matter of fact, this should be very quick, but I just thought about how like people. I thought about my home state, my home city, Louisiana, and Opelousas, and I thought about how being in rural areas are places what a city person would consider slow. You know what I'm saying? But being in these type of areas kind of indirectly give you like a certain type of tranquility and spiritual growth. Like a tranquil, humble spiritual growth that may come off like, because say for instance, being from Louisiana, we get clowned or whatever for being quote unquote slow, and you know like say for instance, when people see that I'm a conscious brethren from Louisiana, like, damn man, nigga, but matter of fact, and two though, you start to see what I mean, like, well, it allows for a humble spiritualness, you know what I'm saying? When you come from these rural, these slower towns, you know, how I say, slower lifestyle, in essence. But say for instance, like how you got somebody in the city where they could be conscious, but just because you know all the Hotep, and you know who wrote the Meta Nature, and you know about all the chakras, this and that, but you still got an egotistical mind frame and think you're better than somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not a true spiritual nature. You know what I'm saying? You just got a lot of knowledge, and know a lot of things that deal with consciousness and spirituality. It deals with it, but you're not actually dealing with the spirituality, compared to somebody who may be from Louisiana or be from a slower area where they don't know about Hotep and pyramids and what's the best book to better yourself. But through that simple lifestyle that they have and mind frame, they kind of have like a tranquil, humble, spirituality about them, and a spiritual vibration, that's just very, close to source than most people that know all this knowledge about consciousness. You know what I'm saying? And I just realized how that resonates. Where you could have, matter of fact, and two, you can see how that plays on the ego too, in essence, where like people who come from like where the Himalayas and these third world countries and places where things are a little bit slower, where you got the simple life of like, well, like they say, ice cream flavor, you just got like three different flavors and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Simple choices. This basically takes away that playground for your ego, you know what I'm saying, compared to like a city where you got all these choices, all these things you could do, and you kind of like, you're in the matrix. So even though, oh yeah, I know about Hotep and I know about this and that, you know what I'm saying, but if you're not, spiritually practicing on that level, you know what I'm saying, you're just as unspiritual or unknowledgeable as the person that you may look down upon that doesn't have all that knowledge, but kind of got that spiritual essence about themselves because of their slow and simple life. So that's just something to look into, because I thought about like how some brethrens, come off from bigger cities, and it's like, it's that know it all, we the best, y'all stupid, type of vibration, which is, a separative, egotistical mind frame, you know, and then you got the slower rural where, they not, which of course they got aspects of where a rural person would try to separate, like, yeah, we got the easy, simple life. Yes, they got an egotistical mind frame to that, in some people, but for the most part, by majority, by having that simple, slower lifestyle, you know what I'm saying, it develops a more true, spiritual nature and more true spiritual vibration, than most others, that come from, that city of, all these choices, all these things, this stuff to pull you into the matrix more, you know what I'm saying? It's more of a playground. But that's all I wanted to bring up, just, noticing that little slight difference. Matter of fact, shout out to my people back home in the booth in Louisiana, Opelousas. Matter of fact, the only little slow state with parishes instead of counties. But, peace and blessings happen now. Of course, now is the vibrate. Not too far in the future, not too far in the past. Right now. Peace.